You can also add an entire clause above or below using the same three dots. So I'll scroll down to example inspections, use the three dots and say insert new item below. That will become 1.8, and I'll just call this a new clause. That will stack up directly below, creating a new clause, and you can add lines as previously shown. I'll scroll back up to the top and just demonstrate the tracking option. When you click into a clause, you'll notice the grey writing here. Use the three dots to ensure show last edited details is on. That means it will just show who has entered that information and when, or who's created those lines. Very handy for when you've added consultants or colleagues to your project. Final thing to run through is notes. So when you are in a clause, you can add a note to this row. It's also on the right hand side there, showing that some of the notes added in are inextricably linked to the actual clause here. So I can add further notes and start stacking them up directly against this clause. That will also show back into your overall architecture content. The notes will stack up here that you can check the whole list of them, who they were done by, and obviously what the actual note is asking for. Adding team members is pretty crucial. I'll go back to my overall project, and that can be done here on this tab. Invite users to the project, and you just simply add in an email address here, so I'll add my colleague. You can also define their project roles, so administrator, contributor, reader, or limited, and define those roles by the specification as well. So if you have an interiors or external works, you can also define their level of contribution and then add a message if you want to. So the final thing to show is in the actual architecture content that I have, the final output of the specification. I can tick everything in my spec here, or perhaps just select a certain few that I'd like to output. Up to you. Come over to the actions button here on the right. There's also copy to right down the bottom there. It's very handy for copying to other projects, of course. And then the reports that you can generate, we can run through those when we have a little more time. For now, I'll publish the entire set. And you enter into this step-by-step page where you can select as you wish in terms of outputting a PDF. You can compare to a previous version, which will show it against your current selection and therefore show which bits have been added, amended, or deleted. Then you can add in all the details of your specification, the revisions, any notes further here. And then finally, style sheets. There's the option to add your own company branding or fonts or colors that you prefer when you create your own style sheet. And there's a full separate video about how to do that. Please get in touch and we'll take you through how to do that for your company. So as soon as I publish that, Chorus is just going through all the content that we've selected there, finishing the PDF, and then that should pop up on your screen, and you'll be able to just open that straight away and see the connectivity, whereby you can click on the contents page and then scroll straight down to any part of the specification you've just made. I'll open that from here. This is where your company-specific branding or colors or pictures would be. All the content is therefore listed out below, all numbered and organized, as you can see, in very easy to read format. And as I noted just before, you can click to any one of the contents and it will zoom you straight down to that particular section. So I'm sure there's plenty to digest here, so I look forward to a few questions from you. We can discuss the full usage of NBS Bridge for your company. Thanks.